Hey everybody, how's it going? Hope you guys are having a wonderful week. Unfortunately, this is the last week of my portfolio class, and unfortunately, all good things have to come to an end. But, much like my character, there's still a lot more to be done. This week, I was focusing mainly on tertiary details. As you can see, he can now breathe, he can smile, he can blink. It's like he's finally been given life. You can see the expression on his face. He's just so happy. um, what you're currently watching is me or myself going through the motion of going back and forth between image planes where I'm reviewing how exactly a turtle has their muscular anatomy set up. So I've given him jowls, I've given him uh, muscle strands in his temple, even a nasal passage with what you saw earlier, not just with the nasal cavities. Overall, it wasn't something that had to be done. I could have kept him how he was in the uh, turnaround reference, but as you can see on the profile view of this tortoise right here versus my own, a little bit of spin action. I think he's pretty happy with it himself. That the eyes aren't placed too far in the back of the head. Uh, However, I did keep the ear generally in the same place. I was going between the profile view as well as the front view of my character so that I can give him, the proper look that I was going for. It wasn't until I found a nice little inflate brush where I pushed the ear canal into his head, giving him a better sense of realism. Now you may be wondering, what on earth am I looking at? You're looking at the character Abo's back structure as well as his chest structure in terms of plating, keeping the similar structure of biology, same as a turtle, and even a rhinoceros. There are plates along the lines of these creatures, and simply enough, what you just saw was me trying to adjust the unlined symmetry of these plates so that they match but don't, if that makes sense. Like I just went in and used the alpha brush so I can give the different patterns so that it still has this sense of, okay, it's a plate, but it's not the same plate, just mirrored over. And it works, It was tricky, but, you know, yeah. I actually, this project was by far like the first project where I've really enjoyed doing what I love. And that's just taking concept and taking time and taking outside opinions to remaster, to revamp and edit the product so that, you know, when you see the final, it's not like, oh, this just happened. No, this came from countless hours of research, countless trials and error of going back and forth of the drawing board, finding reference, finding elements that make this creature real. What I'm currently doing is trying to find the subtool for the shoulder plate on the right side. Kind of got lost on me there. There we go. Here's my turnaround. Later on you'll see that in my final images I provide a little more tertiary details in terms of scaling. And no, I don't mean size, I actually mean scales, as well as scratches and stretch marks, so that this creature looks like the exact image that I depicted in my mind onto paper. My first actual character concept, and I present to you Abo.